Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm not creating a resin piece. It's very hot here in Australia. We are experiencing over 40 degree heat, which is equivalent to around about 105 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's way too hot to create resin. So I thought I would take this opportunity to give you a video on what I do to build traffic, build a following on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and what I do to drive traffic to my website to create sales and things like that. So this is basically the routine that I follow when I've produced a video. So to start off with, the first thing that obviously I need is a place and a platform to sell my art. So I do have a website, and which is suefinleydesigns.com.au, where I sell my resin pieces. But I'm also starting a new website, and this is for my fine art. So anybody that follows me on Facebook will know that I also like to draw animals. So now that I've got over 20 pieces drawn and painted, I've decided to split the two and move my fine art drawings and paintings to a brand new website. So the things that I've learned over the last 18 months building this resin business, I'm going to put into action on my new website. So this is basically you don't necessarily have to use these tips for building a business with your resin. You can use this for any artistic endeavors that you're involved with, because like I say, I'm going to put into action everything that I've done for over the last 18 months into my new website, YouTube channel, etc, etc. So that's brand new. I don't have any followers, likers or anything like that with my new channel website. So it'll be interesting to see over the next 18 months how that grows, and you know, to see that whether it works well with what I'm already doing. So like I say, the first thing you need is a website. Now it doesn't have to be one that you've like on WordPress like I've done. You can actually use Etsy, Shopify or anything like that, because the principles are the same. Anywhere that you have a platform that you can sell your art or any other products related to your art, then this will still work for you. So the first thing that I do is I obviously create a video of what the process is and what I'm doing. So that's something that I do. So initially I'll go into my garage and create a piece and film the process, edit it, do the voiceover, etc, etc, upload it to YouTube. So my next step after that is on my website, I then create a blog post of that video. Now I'd just like to point out that for those people who subscribe to my email, they actually get access to that video before the rest of the world. So the video is only published after I've sent out an email in my newsletter regarding that video. But I'll go into that, what the steps that I do for that, in another video. But this is assuming that I've now published the video and I now create a blog post of that video. So I then go into my website. So obviously you need a blog for this, but this is not absolutely crucial. You don't necessarily have to do this. This is just the process that I do. So I create a blog post, put the video in there, a bit of information about it, and then I go and share it in my Facebook group. Now this is the second thing that you need to have, well I personally think that you need to have, is a Facebook group attached to your Facebook page. Now without trying to complicate things, the Facebook page is something that you need for sharing your art. It's a place that's outside of your timeline, and you can have people following your art without having to be friends with you and things like that. Now Facebook page is very hard to get followers, likers, everything like that. That's a really difficult place to build a following. However, you do still need it to share. What I've done is I've created a Facebook group which I've linked to that page, and now the group is basically the tutorials, and it's tips and tricks and things like that to do with resin, but this can work for whatever medium you're working in. And if you make sure that you've put the right keywords in the title, so for instance I've called it Resin and Mixed Media Tutorials and Techniques, I think, off the top of my head. I can't remember. But what I've done is I've included in there keywords that when people are looking for ideas on what to do with resin and everything like that, they can find it and ask to join the group. So that currently stands at 19,000 followers, which has taken me 18 months to build that. I've made that a learning Facebook group, so I've created units in there with the videos that all the videos that I've ever done on YouTube linked to do with resin and anything, tips, tricks, anything I put in the units, so it makes it really, really easy for people to find. So that's tip number 2, is have a Facebook group and share the videos in there. What I do is I link it then to my website. So when I put the units in, so I copy the URL, put that in the description, and so when they click on that, it takes them to the website. Now when they're in the website, they can then stay in there, browse, and there, you know, I have products for sale, art for sale, etc., etc., if that's what they're wanting to do. But the good thing is I've sent them to the website. The next thing that I do is I have an Instagram account. Now, with Instagram's really good for artists and things, so I share on Instagram, I'll share like working in progress images, any exhibitions that I've got on, and you know, just like general images of the finished piece. But one of the things that I discovered probably about 4 or 5 months ago was, and it was linked to sharing videos on Pinterest. I thought I would give Pinterest a go with sharing some videos, and when uploading to Pinterest, it actually prefers the video to be a square format or a long format, and I thought, how am I going to do that? So I uploaded the video to Instagram so that I got a square format, and then that obviously saved to my phone, and then I uploaded that to Pinterest. Well, what happened was my Pinterest, since uploading the mini time-lapse videos on there, the followers exploded. I got 4,000 extra followers in 1 month just from putting mini time-lapse videos on there. So for Instagram, I absolutely recommend uploading video. And my videos are less than a minute. I don't use the IGTV or anything like that. I just use the standard Instagram, less than a minute, time-lapse, and then put a very, very brief description. But that's the video I then use on Pinterest. So that moves me on to Pinterest, and this is the main thing that I find for driving traffic to my website. This one is what's exploded everything out of the water in terms of driving traffic there. I've had my Pinterest account probably for about 3 or 4 years, and all I've ever used it for was finding inspiration for my own work. So I'll have some boards that I have my inspiration pieces on there, and things that I've had interest in over the years, anything to do with art. I've used that as just a board, a sounding place for future inspiration. And I had probably, at the time, 18 months ago, I had about 250 followers on there, and you know, a monthly unique viewing of about 50,000 just on what I'd done on there. Since uploading the time-lapse video and linking them to either my blog posts or products on my website, my following is jumped up to 16,000 followers, and my unique monthly views is currently standing at 1.8 million monthly unique views. The most I've ever hit is 2.3 million. Now for me, that's just that's just absolutely astounded me. I've got one video there in particular that is on my YouTube channel that's just a mini time lapse, and that actually hit, it's actually currently standing at 2.2 million views on that one, and last time I looked, that's 16,000 links that had actually gone to my website based on that one video alone. I think I've got over 1,000 pins on there, but probably about 20 videos. But that is what has really sort of snowballed my business. So that is something that I would highly recommend that you do also, is to use Instagram and Pinterest to create your mini time-lapse videos and upload those. So in addition to all of this, obviously everywhere that I post I have links to my website, my Instagram, my YouTube, Facebook, everything like that. So wherever I post, I put links out there so that each of them is actually going backwards and forwards to each other, so that if someone's on my website and they go, oh yeah, I want to watch that video, and then, you know, although they can watch it on the website, or if they're on Facebook they can go to the YouTube to watch it and things like that, but then when they're on YouTube there's links on there that can take them back to the website, that can, so it's like a bit of a linking thing going on there, which is helping to build traffic to my website. So what I've seen since doing this, I've actually seen a massive increase in sales of art on my website. Now I do also sell supplies that I use in the tutorial, and I only have a handful of supplies. I don't have a lot. I have like some pigments and some acrylic diamonds and things like that, so I don't have a lot of products that I use in the art on there, because I have links to Amazon and things like that to help boost my income. But I have seen a huge increase in the art sales, and I'm also getting a lot of inquiries about creating commission pieces and things like that. So this is all down to using social media to build your profile, get your branding out there, and drive traffic to your website. So this is, yeah, so I was hoping this was going to be actually quite a short video, but it's probably carrying on quite a bit too long now. So in summary, basically what I do is I, first of all, once I've done the video, I upload it to YouTube. I then go to my website and create a blog post of that. I then go into my Facebook group, and in the unit section I add a new area of learning in there, which links also to my website. I then create a mini time lapse of the bigger overall video, so I condense it right down to less than a minute. So I take out things I don't need. I don't even do a voiceover or anything. It's just a mini time lapse of the whole video. I upload that to Instagram, putting all the necessary hashtags in. I then, once that's saved back out to my iPhone, I then upload that to Pinterest with a link that then goes to my website. I also, when I put the product up for sale, I then also do a link through Pinterest as well, and anywhere else that I can share links. So I hope that this has give you a quick idea on how to build your following and drive traffic to your website. I'm hoping to do some more in-depth videos, and while the weather's still really hot and I can't get in my garage to resin, you're probably going to see more of these. So keep your eye out for that, and if you're still wanting to see some of the resin pieces, I'm going to have a flick through my archives to see what videos I've got in there that I haven't yet uploaded, and I may well add something on there. But if you want to see some of the resin pieces, then go and check out the rest of my videos in my channel, and until next time, thank you and goodbye.